A very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on Channel 1 and TV. Taking a look at your headlines. The Government of India to continue supporting demining efforts in the north. Deputy Minister of Livestock Development says that the number of Pradesh Sabha members will be doubled at the next local government election. And Dalai Lama expresses condolences for victims of the cloudburst and floods in Ladakh, India. Now for those stories in detail, India has offered to continue its assistance in the demining requirements in the northern of Sri Lanka. A release issued by the High Commissioner of India states that the Indian High Commissioner Ashok K. Kant has communicated to Dr. P.B. Jasundara, the Secretary to the Ministry of Economic Development, that the Indian government had agreed to extend the terms of 7 Indian demining agencies from the Horizon and Savatra organizations who have been engaged with Sri Lanka for several years. The extension of contracts, which are valued at 410 million Sri Lankan rupees, is for another year. Contributing to the resettlement process in the country, these teams will also be deployed to carry out work required for the construction of the Northern Railway network. Meanwhile, the Indian High Commissioner has reiterated that the Indian government will continue its commitment to assist the Sri Lankan government in the reconstruction and rehabilitation processes in the north. The Ministry of Cooperatives and Internal Trade says that over 5,000 metric tons of paddy have been purchased during this yellow season. Secretary to the Ministry of Cooperatives and Internal Trade, Anrasil Wardana, said that paddy has been purchased from Polonnaruwa, Ampara and other areas in which paddy is being harvested. The Secretary said that only paddy which confirms the required standards will be purchased in this manner. Thereby, a kilogram of nadu rice will be purchased at 28 rupees, while a kilogram of samba rice will be purchased at 30 rupees. Deputy Minister of Livestock Development H.R. Mitrapala says that the number of Pradesh Sabha members will be doubled at the next local government election. He expressed this view while addressing a function held in the Bulat Kohopitiya area yesterday.
The new Bulat Kohopitiya Pradesh Sabha building and shopping complex, built at a cost of 40 million rupees, was declared open yesterday. This event was attended by Deputy Minister H.R. Mitrapala and Chief Minister of the Sabaragama Province, Mahipala Herath. I believe that in the future we will be able to hold local government elections according to an electorate system. Based on the population, new electorates will need to be demarcated. At present, there are around 4,023 Pradesh Sabha members. After breaking up the electorates, the number of Pradesh Sabha members will double to 8,000. There will be no need to fight for preferential votes. There will be no need to waste money unnecessarily.
මැතිවරණයෙන් පස්සේ ලංකාවේ ප්‍රාදේශීය සභා මන්ත්‍රීවරු ගාන 8000කට වැඩි වෙනවා. මනාපෙට රණ්ඩු වෙන්න උවමනාවක් නැහැ. අනවශ්‍ය ලෙස මුදල් නාස්ති කරන්න උවමනාවක් නැහැ.
A youth has been killed in an accident in the Rambava area in Anuradhapura. The police said that the accident occurred as a result of a collision involving a motorbike and a bus. The tragic accident took place along the Anuradhapura-Vavuniya road. According to the police, tragedy struck when the motorbike plying from Anuradhapura towards Rambava tried to overtake a bus plying towards the same direction. The police further said that the driver of the bus has been taken into custody and will be produced before court today. The private bus too has been taken into police custody. The body of the youth is currently lying at the Anuradhapura Teaching Hospital morgue. As mara trees along the road that lead to the Palebedda hospital are rotting, there is a risk of branches falling onto those passing by. Area residents point out that those who travel to the hospital and others who use this road do so at a great risk to their lives. The road that falls in front of the hospital used to travel to the Bambaragastanna, Madavalanda and Patalgodalla areas. The trees at the hospital premises were killed off around 2 years ago using chemical substances, claiming that the hospital did not receive sufficient sunlight. However, after the doctor in charge at the hospital was transferred, removing these trees ground to a standstill. With the passage of time, the mara trees, which had rotted, started collapsing onto the road, damaging electricity power lines as well. Area residents and students who use this road are severely inconvenienced as a result of this situation.
If there is a relevant officer, we request him to have these trees removed.
When branches fall, they fall onto electric cables. If it's us, we can escape. But if it's a child, no one will accept responsibility. We only want to save the lives of the innocent children and protect the people's vehicles. Thousands of people want these trees removed, but the officials aren't looking into it.
Area residents had even organized a demonstration recently denouncing the lack of action to remedy this situation. The heart-rending story of an 81-year-old individual being attacked and killed by a domesticated elephant has been reported from the Bulat Sinhala area.
The individual had been attacked as he was travelling down a road in the Gamgoda area in Botalegama, Bulat Sinhala. The victim has been identified as Mudukada Arichige Don Piasekara, an 81-year-old area resident. The victim is a father of two. Our correspondent in the area noted that this same elephant had attacked several vehicles in the Ingiria town and caused damage.
When my father goes to the shop, he purchases a lottery ticket and plucks some flowers on the way. At that point, an elephant had passed through the area. The mahout had been walking behind the elephant, and as the elephant passed it and picked up my father and stepped on him.
Still in local news, a stock of fertilizer that was being transported from the Akaripattu to Buttale without a permit has been taken into custody. According to our correspondent, the stock of fertilizer was being transported under the guise of transporting rice. The suspects and the lorry containing the stock of fertilizer were taken into custody by the Munragala Community Police Unit and a police motorbike squad. There were 247 bags of fertilizer in the lorry at the time of discovery. 3 suspects who were taken into custody are scheduled to be produced before the Munragala court today. The Ministry of Public Administration and Home Affairs says that they have taken steps to create a technologically advanced map encompassing all parts of the island. The first stage of the project is set to commence in the Gampaha district.
The project is being carried out in collaboration with the Ministry of Economic Development, the Centre for Research and Development at the Ministry of Defence and the Geological Studies Unit of the Kelaniya University. Our ministry hopes to launch the pilot project based in the Gampaha district. We will get a good understanding of how the project functions and we will spread it around the island. We began collecting data from the Dehiwala, Vellavatta and Bambalapiti areas and put it onto a digital map. We were able to include details such as the number of houses, number of people, the roads and even electricity poles. Through this pilot project, we are able to find out anything.
අපිට දැන් ඒ පයිලට් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකෙන් අපිට පුළුවන් වුණා.